So, good morning. This is Samundeshwari from the Department of English. So, in this lecture video, we are going to see the topic reading comprehension. So, how to answer the topic in an exam point of view. So, first of all, I will see what is reading skills and all, because communication is highly depends on the four language skills such as LSRW. So this thing can be explained as listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And I hope you all know that these four skills are interrelated, and their contribution to the development of language is uncountable, and it is enormous also. So we'll focus only on the reading skills here. So reading skill is the ability to derive meaning from a written text as it is addressed by the writer, and this means that a person with this skill can make sense of the written information as it is intended by the writer, and he or she possesses sound reading comprehension skills, and it is an imperative skill that drives long term success also. In fact, reading ability and the knowledge to understand the written text accurately makes way for developing more skills and related to linguistic abilities. So, and nowadays most of the students facing difficulty to answer the comprehension type of questions. And another important thing is that reading comprehension is the most like mostly people used to ask these type of questions in any competitive exams like staff selection commission, UPSC exam, even in a normal TNPC kind of exams also you can have a questions. And why the people are facing difficulty with this particular topic in the sense, this one topic requires immediate attention of your reading skills and all. So if you are good at reading, in the sense it not only means you have to read the text line by line, and also it should go with that the way you understand the meaning. So this is what we have to focus here. So the way you understand the text and you are answering to the question is known as the comprehending the reading passage. So whether it is a long passage or else it might have a 2 to 3 4 paragraph with a 1 mark type of questions or 2 mark type of questions. The major problem is that recently I just went for a valuation. So by the time I came across this comprehension type of questions, so majority of the students for writing 2 mark answers, what they have done in the sense, they used to write paragraph which is related to the queries which is given in the question paper. Whether it is acceptable in the sense, it is not appreciable actually. Why in the sense, they have to comprehend the answer or else they have to narrow down the answer to the direct question. So if they are writing their answer in such a way, they have written the paragraph passage from directly to the question, in the sense it shows that they didn't understand that given passage in a better way. And very few people what they have done in the sense, they don't know actually what they have to do with this given options. So they used to explain all the given options in their own form. So for that they make an elaborate answer. Yeah, really this thing made me confused whether it is the answer or else what he has done with that particular question. So here we are discussing the root cause to understand the problems faced by students while performing the comprehension type of questions. So the very first thing is that to decode a word, and phonological awareness, understanding ability, and fluency. So to decode a word in the sense, most of the time this thing might occur when we read a paragraph, we may not know the meaning of a word within the context. So for very few people, like you can take an example of in a classroom of 60 students, I'm assigning them to go through a passage and come up with their answer. In the sense, it's hardly out of 10 people go and search meaning for that particular word which may not no meaning for that. And the rest of the people, what they used to do in the sense, yeah, even among the rest, very few people get connected with that. Get connect with the context, and other people, they don't bother about anything else. They just used to go with that random selection of reading the question and finding those finding those answers part in that given paragraph. This is not a proper way to decode answer for the comprehension setup actually. So for that, when you read a text, you are supposed, so here it is the what is reading comprehension, why it requires much more attention of an individual in the sense. So reading comprehension completes an individual skill to read, because this means that an individual is able to understand the meaning of the text correctly. And in the exam point of view, people will find out the right choice for them, because within a short span of time, how the people are reading and responding to the given context. What we are facing difficulty in the sense, when you read a text for the very first time, hardly people won't understand anything. You might be familiar with a few terms, that will be fine approach actually. So you can go through the text second time. So when you read your text for the second time, few words and that meaning of the text look like familiar to you, and you can go through the question as well. And third time, when you read a text, and similarly you can connect your answer with the asked questions. If you are practicing this reading comprehension in such a way, surely this practice will help you to understand any kind of a passage, whether it is a huge one or else it is the smallest one. So when you fail to do all these things, then you felt very difficult to write answer. And writing answer for 2 mark questions, if you are making it for 4 marks or else 150 words of answer, in the sense that shows that you are not good at reading skill actually. So types of reading techniques. So to understand the given passage or a textbook, what an individual should supposed to do in the sense, so these are all the called as techniques of reading: intensive and extensive reading. So intensive reading is known as you have to be go for a deeper learning, that is if you don't know the meaning of a word, you can refer the dictionary and you can connect those word mean with the given passage and all. So for instance, when you read a medical report, we will not be like a we will not give a overview. So we are supposed to read it line by line, and we used to give a much more attention. Whereas in a part of an extensive reading, it aims at creating a broader understanding of the written text. So the purpose of extensive reading is it serves only for the for time for pleasure. So you just want to be relaxed, in the sense you can go for reading a comic book, reading a story, reading a novel, whatever it is. Whereas you can't do the same thing with the textbook and all. And some reading strategies are skimming, scanning, prediction, surveying, and reading for detailed summarizing. So what we are supposed to do with this, in the sense, start your whether it is a book or a passage, start reading without any knowledge. So you just take the book how it has been written. And second thing is that while reading, you might have lot of opinion about the book. Just note down all those opinion. In some point of view, you might get answer for that arised question in your mind. So do approach your book with the lot what comes next, and also you just connect it and recollect the things what the author has conveyed in that book and all. So in this way, when you read a passage or a novel or a book, this will surely support you to remember the content for a lifelong period. And this also help you to complete your comprehension exercise in a better way. So thank you all.